Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to the best of 30 days of sketches. We are on to day 6. I'm going to be doing another share for you, showcasing some of my favorite takes from this particular sketch. So to start off, the sketch is a paper issues sketch, which I love. It was featured in series 2 and series 5, so it was a popular one apparently. I picked it twice, which is totally fine, gives us more options for some creativeness. I have a few that I wanted to share with you that I saw everyone's takes on back in those series. I believe most of them are from series 5 because that's when a lot of people were playing along versus the earlier series 2, but I think Moira's maybe. So let's get going. We're going to start with Scrap Eva, I think. It should pop up there. She turned the star into a snowflake, and I just thought that was genius. I loved how she has mixed some blues with reds, and it just gives that perfect pop, and it's just really neat. I loved how she made the shape work for her with the photos that she had, and combining it was just fabulous. Really a big fan of that particular layout. It was very eye-catching to me as I was scrolling through my 30 days of sketches hashtag, just kind of scrolling through it, popped out at me. The next one is from Jessie B Scrapbooking, and what I loved about hers is how she had the star in the upper left hand corner. Sorry, having a juice emergency. So yes, I love how she has the dual stars up in that left-hand corner, and then she's matched it with 2 photos as well. And then she has this black outline throughout the whole layout that just really helps to make it stand out. And it's just a really fantastic layout. And of course, there's the colors of it is just fabulous. And then we have Lady Oscar Scraps, and hers, I love how she has this soft bit of mixed media in it with that gold and pink there, and then she has done an outline of the star in a color pattern paper, which is that purple, and then inside of it is just white, so that purple really pops with that outline, which really loved how she went ahead and interpreted that. And then she has her little bits of embellishments here and there that just really help round up that beautiful layout. We have Crystal from Pineapple Papers, and really all I have to say about this one, you guys, it's a sequin shaker star, and I love it. I love the pattern paper strips on the left hand side, and she made it her own, and I just really love it. Again, it pops, stands out to me, and I just think it's so fun. Love that take on that, her take on that. We move into Moira, and what I loved about hers is, first of all, she did some hand stitching, which I'm always a big fan of. I love when I see stitching, but she has dual stars and then that are stitched, but it's the green, the pops of green that are all over this layout, and it just, I don't know, there's something about it that I was just so inspired by that I actually ended up scrap lifting it myself because I was so inspired by her layout. And the greens really, her photos are of, I think, some fresh greens that she was having in salads and stuff. And it just really tied that layout in together and was so perfect. And then finally, we have Teresa, I think it's Teresa I5, if I'm correct, but I could be wrong. Again, it'll be up there for you. And she has this boy layout, and I am such a big fan of all boy layouts, and she's taken the star and like turned it into like a sun, like rotated. I don't know, it's so fantastic. I love it. It's all boy. It's got that distressed look and that collection from back in the day that I just loved. That collection. It was so pretty. I think it was a Simple Stories line, if I'm not mistaken, and it's so good. I just really loved that take on the sketch as well. So those are the ones I'm featuring. And then I wanted to share, I have a few star layouts of my own that I feel like 2 of them are for sure from the sketches because I did 2 series with it. But then in the back of your head, sometimes you remember sketches that you've done in the past and stuff like that, and you tend to feature them over and over again, that style. And so I have a few. The first one is the Scrap Lift of Moira, like I was talking about. And that is, I went Christmas with mine. So they're photos of Barrett with this gigantic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that we had, and I just completely scrap lifted Moira. I loved the idea. I used sequins on mine, I think, to combine it. I used a little bit of different colors, but I was just so inspired by her original layout that I went ahead and did that. I then have the original layout that I created for series 2. No, that couldn't have been series 2. I don't actually think I have series 2 to share because I really didn't like it. But I have series 5, which is from Barrett's birthday, and I fussy cut out the star and did a little bit of mixed media. Not my favorite layout on the entire planet, but I do like it, and it definitely highlights the sketch, I think. I then have a donut themed layout. Now this is actually based off of a different sketch, but I felt like it was close enough that I could inspire you as well. And this one, what I loved about it is I was documenting donuts, but I had this really floral kind of soft layout, and the contrast of the idea of it really took to me. So I loved having that and showcasing when we started the tradition of a donut day. Every Friday is donut day in our house, and so it's nice to actually see that tradition and where it came from and started. I then have a back to school themed layout about Jackson with his backpack and shoes and stuff, and like just kind of what was his go-tos for the start of school. That again has that same idea with the star there and then photo kind of stacked, and it's just kind of could represent the same sketch, just a little bit more shrunken down, in my opinion, for that one. I also have one that I have a Barrett jumping in his Jolly Jumper, and it actually reminded me of Crystal's take on the sketch, but more centered. So I wanted to share that too, because just because there's not an element in a sketch doesn't mean you can't add it. So please always remember that. You take the sketch and make it work for you in whatever way. So this would be an example of how I took the star idea, my photo is in a different place, and I added an extra strip of pattern paper, but you could still see the sketch inspiration if you looked at it. And then finally, I have a second birthday layout from Barrett that has the idea of, instead of having the gigantic star, I have two larger photos kind of off-centered, and the same idea that you would have within the sketch, and then I shrunk the star down. And I just wanted to share that as well, because that could be a way you could interpret the sketch and kind of twist it up a little bit there. All right, so hopefully I didn't go too fast through those, but you get a little bit of inspiration, and I cannot wait to see what you create with this star-themed sketch from Paper Issues. Please don't forget to check out Instagram and see what all the lovely takes are today for that, and I will see you guys all again tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, everyone.